my subject is scouting through data, and I'm going to be using the Comparisonator platform to do this. And I selected a player called Jacob Bergstrom from Mjällby in Sweden, and I will go through the process how I actually defined, let's say, as a scouting director or a sports director point of view, and I am going to investigate this particular player. So we investigate players in 4 different phases: offensive, defensive, passing, and duels. And on the right hand side, we also see the positional data. He's 100% center forward. Comparisonator index, he's rating number 8 in per 90 minutes in Comparisonator index. But I can see also he's number 1 here in duels index. And in total Comparisonator index, he's number 4 in the league. He's number 5th in the league. So what I do now, then I download this and put it in my presentation, because I'm going to retell the story of this fella to someone else. So therefore, I really need to know what I'm talking about. So season averages, as you can see here on the right hand side, he's number 1 in offensive duels, and he's number 1 in offensive duels versus all other center forwards in Allsvenskan. And also he's number 1 amongst the center forwards in aerial duels, amount of aerial duels, and also aerial duels successful. Scored 9 goals, 1 assist. He's also defensive center forward. As you can see here, ball recoveries, he's number 1 in the league. Total 40 ball recoveries. Interceptions, total 62, he's number 1. And also successful passes to final third, he's number 3rd player between the center forwards in the league. Then I come back here, measuring his performance offensively. He had 2 shots on target in his last game versus himself 0.99, so he doubled his own performance in shots on target ratio. And all others in the center forwards are 0.82, so he's miles away from them. Successful dribbles is better. Shot assist just down below, and successful attacking actions, he's also above the other center forwards. Now again, with a simple JPEG or PDF, I will be able to retell the story by making a specific presentation file to either my board or to my coach or whoever I'm going to be presenting the case. So then we are able to see the previous season. Now I can see the previous season where he played. Select all matches and select all matches of this season. So I'm able to compare him parameter by parameter, last year versus this year. This year is on the right hand side. And I can see also he's defensively increases almost all his parameters. Ball recoveries increased from 1.19 to 147. So that means that the role is given to him defensively increased a lot. And also he increased his passing performance. Let's say, for example, successful passes to final third from 6.89 went up to 9.13. It's almost around about 15 to 20% increase here. So all his dual parameters also increase. So I can say that from last season to this season, there's an advancement surely. And me to other section, I can actually compare him to anyone else in the world parameter by parameter, offensively, defensively. So when I go to Parameters League, the left-hand side is the last game he played versus Warburg. Scored 2 goals, and he was the number 2 goal scorer in that particular week. And also when you go to defensive tables, and for example, in that particular week, he was number 1 with 4 ball recoveries. But the best ball recovery guy amongst the center forwards is Nicolas Marcelo Stefanelli. So this page gives me an enormous amount of experience and understanding of what goes on between center forwards, parameters by parameters. Then I go to virtual transfer. Well, let's transfer. This is a feature I really like. Transferring him to another league. So what I do now, let's transfer him to Turkey, Turkish Super League, and see where he rates. Okay, let's have a look. Shot assist is number 13. Shots on target, headshots, dribbles, expected goals. Well, let's go into joules. Okay. Aerial joules is number 1 in Turkey compared to all center forwards in Turkey. So this tool gives me the ability to see him against all other center forwards in any target league. So aerial joules 1, if I'm in need of aerial tower, well, he's my guy. Also, he's good in defensive joules. But again, another good skill of Jacob Bergström is offensive joules. He's number 1 compared to all center forwards. And offensive joules 1, he's number 1 again. So from here, I'll go to the presentation of this player. Let me open up my tool in a slideshow. And I would like to thank Carl Johan to give us a permission to display this player, because this is a company from Sweden who's a Comparisonator user. Thanks to Carl Johan. Best regards to Sweden, Carl. And this player report was basically made for this agency. The agency is actually providing a player to someone else, which is a retail story. So what's in the file is average performance indicators. So again, what we see here, his last game, his own averages in attacking actions, successful attacking actions, touches in the box, shots on target, successful dribbles, and goals. So I can actually see and judge him. He had a fantastic game, scoring 2 goals, but doing a lot of other good things. So the orange is Bergström's averages in Allsvenskan, and the black one is the other players in center forward in Sweden. So again, defensive performance, joules performance, passing performance. So when I provide this report, either I provide the president or chief scout of the club, or the player himself sometimes, because now, this day and age, since the pandemics, agencies' role changed a lot. Now, in the olden days, they used to send links of the players, but now that's slowly changing, and agencies are backing up their own players with the reports, which is easy to read and understandable by the third party. In usual senses, if the president doesn't have enough knowledge of data, everything is made easier for them to understand it. Now the key performance indicators that we mentioned, the yellow ones, as you can see here, are the best spots. So the KPI, if you don't know what I'm talking about, key performance indicators comparing him in the center forwards of Allsvenskan. So I can see 2 valuable offensive joules and aerial joules. The left-hand column represents the attacking actions or aerial duels made. On the right hand side, the successful ones, which is per 90 minutes. Same thing again in key performance indicators. Now, left hand side is a particular week, as you can see. He was number 1 in goals, number 2 in shots, number 2 in shots on target, and also expected goal ratio also increased. Now again, defensively improvement you can see against his own performance. Passing performance again. But this one I really like. Right hand side is the seasonal variables. He is, as I said, aerial towel winning duels. He's number 1 in the league. Also in offensive duels and offensive duels won, he's number 1 in the league. So then I transferred his data to Turkey. As you can see here, now he's number 1 in aerial duels won. And all the players that you can actually see here are the players in the Turkish league with the center forward ratios. So what happens actually here is there's no algorithm. It's very simple. I'm just taking the data from one league and putting it to another. Also received passes, successful passes to the final third. Again, this gives me the ability of the players of a center forward who are carrying the balls to the opposition third. Again, there is no algorithm involved as yet. But currently we are going to be using an artificial intelligence coming very soon in the V2 version of what we do. Again, positive sides, touches in the box, number 5, points of improvement. So he could improve in shot assist. Although his rating is in top 16, is not that at a bad number, I should say. But can be improved. Shots on target can be improved. Goals can be improved. Currently 0.28 per 90 minutes. Well, of course, depending on which team that you're in. Again, successful key passes. Hopefully you like my presentations. And now, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to have a look around Comparisonator, just go to comparisonator.com. Thank you very much.